Hi guys, so I am back with a video. I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorites from the past couple of months. It's been over a year since I've posted a favorites video, so I figured it's about time. And I have been MIA for a little while. I'm obviously in a new place. Me and my husband bought a house, so we're in our new space. A lot of stuff has happened over the past couple of months. I haven't just completely abandoned YouTube, so I'm kind of happy to be back to some kind of normal. We also had an issue with our dog. My dog got sick. I got sick, and I mean, there were some good things that happened in that time and then some bad things as well. So I mean, life happened. So besides getting sick, we got the house and I got licensed. I'm a licensed makeup artist. So that's been something that I've been really excited about, looking forward to. And now that I finally completed the course and everything, I'm just waiting for my license in the mail and I'm going to be getting to work. So on to my favorites. If you guys have any questions about anything that I said, I know it was really quick, but basically I think that explains just about everything that's going on. So I'm just going to jump into my favorites. I have some beauty favorites and I have some non-beauty favorites that are pretty cool. So I'm just going to start off with the beauty first. This is an old love of mine and I'm so glad that I went back to it. I ran out of it and I didn't repurchase it. I ended up getting the Lorac Perfection Primer, which that one's okay, but it's not this. Like, this is unbeatable. And this is really good for your skin if you have texture issues. And right now I'm just having like the worst skin of life. Like all on my forehead, between my eyebrows, on my chin. It's just really hormonal breakouts that can't be avoided. So they are a little bit more calm now than they were before, but this really helps to smooth on the foundation. And you kind of get that flawless look. And I mean, it's still gonna feel like your normal face, but it's not gonna look like your face would, you know, without using this primer. So my next favorite is actually a CC cream, and I am usually not the type that goes for a CC cream. I did review the Wet n Wild CC cream or BB cream, whatever it was, but I decided to give this a try because it had so many great reviews. And this is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better, and I have the shade Tan, which is a little bit light for me, but I do warm this up with a cream bronzer, and that's actually another favorite of mine. So the way I use this is I apply a light moisturizer. I was going to say foundation. I apply a light moisturizer just to kind of get my skin prepped, and then I'll go in with this right after, and that is my primer, my extra moisturizer, my SPF, my foundation, all in one. And sometimes I'll wear this without any under eye concealer as well. Just, it has such great coverage, such full coverage, and it's a really thick product. I know my mom tried this out and she didn't really like it, but I told her to give it another try because it's really all about blending this stuff out. If you don't blend this out, it's going to look super cakey and it's going to feel really heavy and tacky. But the way I like to blend this out is actually with my fingers. I've tried using it with a bunch of different brushes, but it doesn't really work as well as your hands do. Your hands give that warmth to the product and it really helps it just kind of disperse like a moisturizer. So that's really the best way to apply something like this, as a moisturizer, and then you can go back in with a little bit more if you want to cover up some problematic areas. But I find I don't have to use any blemish concealer when I'm using this. So I pair this with the Sonia Kashuk Cream Bronzer, and I have it in Rich Bronze. This is number 42, and you can find this at Target. And I have been like wearing this bronzer in. I bought this maybe last year and I hadn't really used it a whole lot. But ever since I've been using this, I'll pair it with this just to kind of warm up the skin. I'll bronze my skin really well just to kind of blend it a little bit better because I'm more tan. So this really helps to just kind of make it match my skin a little bit better, because the skin tone selection for the CC cream is very slim. I think there's 4 or 5 shades. So you're lucky if you find your shade. So my next favorite is this Milani Baked Blush in Bella Rosa, and I'm actually using this in an upcoming tutorial. This is such a gorgeous blush for really deep skin tones. I was looking for a blush that really just had a lot of pigment to it, but something that I can sheer out and build up however I wanted to wear it. So this is something that I really like for transitioning from summer to fall, because you do want to wear your blush and your lips just a little bit deeper, a little bit more amped up, and this is perfect for that. My next favorite is this Kardashian Beauty Enjoy Stick, and I have it in Love Hangover, and it looks like this. I actually have that on my lips right now. It is kind of like more like a brownish nude. It's a little bit deeper than your average nude, but I really like this for transitioning into the fall. I really like this just for every day because you can wear this and it kind of looks like you have no lip color, but just a little bit of like bite to your lip, kind of like that bitten lip color. Not like super red or anything, but it's just more of like a deep, like a really deep nude, and it doesn't look fake, it doesn't look makeup-y. So that's what I really, really like about these sticks. The only thing that I would warn you is if you have really dry lips or really chapped lips or your lips peel a lot, you will not like this stick because it grabs onto every little piece of dry lip. So when you're wearing something like this, you definitely need to use a lip scrub. So my next favorite is this Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. And I did not buy into the Anastasia Brow Wiz hype. I was using my Maybelline Define a Brow and I thought that was just fine. There's no big difference. They're both really skinny brow pencils. They both do the same thing, right? I was wrong. This brow pen is magic. Like it still has the same like mechanical tiny brow pen. It's nothing really different in that sense. It's just the actual product that is more creamy. And it glides on really, really nicely, gives off a really nice bold pigment. It helps you to create a sharper edge on the tail. It's really hard to make a nice sharp edge on the tail of your eyebrows when you're using a pencil. It comes out a little fuzzy sometimes. But this is just so easy because the pigment is it's just so strong and it's so sharp. I don't know, I haven't found anything like this. Nothing really matches this. And the spoolie, my goodness, it's super tiny, but it really gets in there. I was gonna brush my brows, but I have brow gel on. But if you use this for your brows, you're gonna notice a big difference from this and your average spoolie. This really gets in there and it gets those brows like in place. So my next favorite is this Stila Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And this is another thing that I didn't really buy into the hype. I was using some drugstore liner pens, but I mean, there's a huge difference between this and what you'll find in a drugstore. So, and if you don't believe me, go to Ulta. You can test them out yourself. You'll notice a big difference between the Stila liners when you swatch those on the back of your hand. I mean, they go nowhere. I mean, literally nowhere until you wash it off. And then you can try the NYX liquid liners or something like that, and it's just not the same. You will not get the same pigment. You won't get the same precision in your lines. And it's also going to get really, really dry on the tip really fast. I've been having this for over a month now, and this thing is still going strong. So I highly recommend this. It's really great for every day. If you like to wear a cat eye every day, if that's your eye look, then this is definitely something that would be beneficial to people who have a little bit of trouble. If that's the longest part of your day, like making your cat eye, this is definitely going to cut down on time. So my next couple of beauty favorites are brushes. And first I'm going to talk about these Real Techniques brushes. This actually came in a set. There was another brush in the set as well. It's like a really tiny brush, but I don't really use that one much. So, okay, I use all of these brushes for obviously different reasons. And actually in my upcoming tutorial, I'm going to be using all three of these brushes, and I'll show you guys exactly how I use it. I use this brush for my foundation. It blends a lot more airbrushed than a Sigma Kabuki brush. I used to use my Sigma round Kabuki brush, but this gives way more blendability. It just blends out so easily and just, I don't know, it's a lot more like the Sephora airbrush brushes than the really tightly packed Sigma Kabuki brushes. So if you like something like that, then you really enjoy this brush. And this brush right here, I had no use for this brush for a long time until I just ran out of clean concealer brushes and I just grabbed this. And I actually use this for my MAC Studio Finish concealer in the little cream pots, and I really prefer using this than using my fingers because you stick your fingers in there, your fingers are always full of bacteria, your fingers are never clean. And then I keep my nails pretty long. They're not super long, but they're always just a little bit above my actual fingertip. And of course I get concealer under my fingertips, and that really gets on my nerves. And something like this brush is actually just really good quality. It has a lot of flexibility to it, but then it still has kind of like, it has just the right amount of give to it. So when you dip this in the concealer, you just brush it in there, it picks up just the right amount of product, and then it really lays that product on nice and thinly, but you still get the pigment that you need. So I've been using it around like my mouth and on my chin. I noticed when I apply my Studio Finish concealer with this brush, it lays it on a lot thinner and I don't have any creasing issues, but when I use my finger, I pack on a little too much, and it's usually just, it'll get cracked and you'll see like smile lines and whatnot. So this is just an all over really good brush for concealer. It's nothing like your average concealer brush. So the last brush is this little tapered powder brush, and I think this may be called a contour brush, but I use this for highlighting. So I like to take my luminizers and I'll just really pack it on this brush, tap it off, and then I'll just go in right here and then a little bit on my cheekbones, and it fits everywhere that it needs to fit on your face, and it doesn't overdo it on highlight, because I really don't like when highlight goes all into this area right here. That's not what we need to have all shiny. Last makeup favorite is this Too Faced Cat Eyes palette. I can't believe I was gonna skip over this one, but this is actually gonna be in my upcoming tutorial as well. This is actually a palette that my husband got me, and I was really surprised because I didn't think that he would remember that I really wanted this palette. There's so much versatility to it. You have your colors, you have your neutrals, you have your brow highlights that are shimmery, the ones that are matte. The only thing I wish this palette did have was a transition color, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if you are doing your makeup regularly, you have that go-to transition color. Another great thing is these shadows on the end are actually wet to dry liners, so you can actually just go in and do your full eye look with this one palette. So I think that in itself is pretty cool, and it even comes with this little like a tutorial guide, and I'll give you a couple of different looks with the shadows in the palette. And then you also have this cute little mirror. So this is a really great travel palette, just a good palette to have in general. So I have a tutorial coming up with this palette very soon. So my last makeup favorite is actually a brush by It Cosmetics. And these brushes are actually just for Ulta. So if you're looking for these brushes, you know where to go. And I think it's pretty cool that Ulta has a line of brushes now. I know they had their own brushes, but those weren't really great quality. But these are so comparable to like the Sephora line of brushes or even Sigma brushes. They're just made so nicely. So if you have not seen these yet, definitely keep a lookout at your Ulta and test them out. They feel so amazing. So this is the only one that I have, but I'm definitely going to be getting some more of these because these are really nice. This is actually a concealer brush, and that's what I use it for. I use it to just put like powder under my eyes, and it blends out so nicely, and it doesn't tug or anything. It's just really soft. So this is the blending concealer brush, and I believe this was $16. So I do have some skincare favorites. One of them is new. This is the Yes to Grapefruit Correct and Repair Daily Facial Scrub. And if you watch Tiffany D like everybody else does, you've probably heard about this scrub. And I've been a little curious about it, so I did need a new scrub. I ended up throwing away my St. Ives scrub because I absolutely hated it. It smelled bad. It was not good. And I think it was actually making me break out a little bit. So I tried this, and this is amazing. Like, it's really loose. I would open it up just to show it, but it's really like a loose, it's not like thick like your average scrub, but it's really loose, and then it has like really, I don't know, it's hard to describe the little scrubbies, but the scrubbies are like, they're not like your beads, like the scrubby beads, but they're not like really fine, like powdery either. They're like right in the middle. So it gives you a really good amount of scrub. You could totally use this every day, but I wouldn't be like super aggressive on the skin. It smells like grapefruit. And I don't know, I mean, it's just a good scrub, and it hasn't made me break out, so I've been loving it. And my next skincare favorite is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Dickinson's the Dickinson's Witch Hazel, and this is 100% natural, and my skin has been loving this because my skin has been going crazy lately. Having this toner to just kind of balance it out has been working really good for me. It's been kind of minimizing the breakouts, so I've really been enjoying this. Last skincare favorite is actually more body skincare. This is a bar of soap that I picked up from World Market. This is grapefruit and tangerine, and these are, I'm not sure exactly what the brand is. Aromas de Antigua. Whatever. Okay, so I actually tried these out a couple weeks ago, and I actually picked up one for my mom. It was a lavender soap, and you can actually get the lotions that match the scent. And this is, it retails for $4.99, which, I mean, I guess you could say that's a little pricey for a bar of soap, but I mean, for a luxury soap, that's not very bad at all. So this is how it looks, and I've used it a couple times, like seriously, but I don't use it every night. But I mean, it just looks like that. It's really like creamy and buttery, and when you're using it on your skin, you know that it's just doing something wonderful. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It like smelled up the room just now. Holy cow, I can't get it back in here. But you know, like when you use a soap that's really like moisturizing, more like buttery, you know that you don't have to worry about moisturizing after unless you absolutely just want to. So when I do moisturize with this, I'll just use the lotion that's scented just like it, just so I don't take away from the scent, because the scent lingers as well and it smells so good. So there's a really wide variety of scents for these. They have like gardenia, they have a lot of like natural scents, they have florals, like herbal and fruity scents. So if you are into World Market, or if you're into just good smelling soaps, I would definitely check these out. And I think they have them on their website as well. So these are the Aromas de Antigua Exquisite Aromatherapy Fragrance Triple Milled Soaps. Okay, and another World Market favorite would be the Bougie Parfumée. Why is everything French over there? So I've been into more candles lately. I did do Scentsy for a while, but now I'm just kind of back into candles. It's really just all about the feel. I just like seeing a lit candle in a room. It just, I don't know, it feels better. So I've really been enjoying this one. This is a luxury gardenia candle, and I've really been enjoying this, burning it in any room, any size. It just smells up the room really nicely. It burns really nicely. It doesn't leave any big chunks of candle all on the side of the jar. I mean, it's just a good candle, and I think this was $9.99 for this candle, and it is, how many ounces? Oh, it doesn't say, but you can also find these online on their website. So my next favorite is this Bamboo Volume Plumping Strand Expand Hair Cream. It's kind of like a cream. Basically, I just take this, and I love this pump because it doesn't pump out way too much. It has a really tiny hole in the nozzle. But this stuff, it smells so good. It smells like expensive salon. It doesn't smell like Fantastic Sam's. It smells like expensive salon. But this is a really great product to use on your roots. Despite how thick and creamy it is, I love using it on my roots. And of course, I'll just blow dry my hair, flip my head over, and it'll give me a little bit of body in my roots.
I don't even remember if I used that this week, but yeah, this hair is nothing to show off.
So I use this when I want more volume in the roots, when I want my hair just to look more thick and full bodied. You can use this all over your hair and it just gives that look of thicker hair. But I would watch out if you do have just like a lot of hair or if you have curly hair and you wear your hair curly, I wouldn't use a product like this because it's creamy and it can be a little dry at times, but it's not going to be moisturizing enough for a curl, if that makes any sense. If you're like a natural girl, this probably wouldn't be a product that you would enjoy. I think this is actually by Alterna. Yeah, Alterna, and you can find this at Ulta, and I think this retails for $22. Okay. Last favorite. This one is pretty unique. These are cotton candy flavored grapes. And I mean, this is gonna be a hit or miss with people. I love these. My husband, not so much. But these literally taste like cotton candy. Of course I'm gonna eat one in front of you, as if you could taste this, but this is out of this world. This is crazy. I'm still not sure how they make it taste like cotton candy. What they do to alter the taste of these grapes, I do not know. But I do know one thing, that it is organic. So you're not going to be eating a bunch of weird stuff. It's all organic. And it's by Grapery. It says flavor, it's our nature. These cotton candy grapes really do taste like cotton candy. What a fun, healthy way to enjoy everyone's favorite flavor from the fair. Let me know if you agree. So, yeah, I totally agree. And if you can find these in your local markets or in your Target, I know Target sells some in our area, I would definitely give these a try. I mean, just to try them, really. I mean, who doesn't want to taste cotton candy grapes? I mean, when I first saw this, I was a little skeptical. I'm like, okay, this is going to be like either really nasty or just amazing. And it is amazing. But the only thing about this is if you really love grapes and you love to just like chow down and like eat a bunch of grapes, you're not going to eat as many of these because it is really, really sweet. But the good thing about these grapes is they are sweet. You don't have to worry about getting a batch of sour grapes. So definitely try these out if you can get your hands on them. I don't know if it's just something in the South right now, but if you guys can find these in your area, let me know what state you're in and if y'all like them or not. So that is it for my favorites. And like I said, I have another tutorial coming up very soon. It should be up within the next couple days. It may be up the same day that this video goes up. Who knows? But thank you guys for being so patient with me, and thank you for all the people who've been subscribing while I've been away. I am back, and if you guys have any requests for tutorials or anything, any questions, or any favorites that I didn't mention in this video, just leave them in the comments below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.